What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven. This is Steven in Stereo, and in today's video we are checking out the group McBusted. I'm pretty sure I've checked out one Busted track before. I've checked out McFly, and I'm pretty sure this is the supergroup known as McBusted, but I'm actually not entirely sure of that. The names just seem about right. I want to give a huge shout out to Ellie on Patreon for actually requesting this. Thank you so much. This is a little bit of a longer video. It's part of their Royal Albert Hall DVD they put out. This is Year 3000, which I actually thought that was originally a Jonas Brothers song, but I have been told that Jonas Brothers actually covered that. So this is Year 3000, Air Hostess, and Shine a Light. I am going to throw the headphones on because I like to hear it in good quality. We're gonna get the screen going, and let's go.
Weren't necessarily friends at school. Like, it's not like we hate each other or anything, but we weren't really mates. So when I saw him in the audition hall for Busted, I don't know if I was pleased or I was actually probably unpleased, you know. But then he did a cracking audition.
So watching that, like McFly the musical thing, and kind of realizing that Tom Fletcher, I guess he like tried out for Busted or something. He was in it for 24 hours. It was very interesting for me to learn about that.
We were thinking, this guy is really good, we wanted him to be in the band, but it was just, I felt he was really talented, so we ended up writing songs anyway. But it was cool. It was a good moment. We would just write songs, all night, and a lot of those songs were going to be for the band that would eventually become McFly, but we didn't know that yet.
Our management obviously looked after McFly, so I was very up to date with what was happening. I remember meeting Danny for the first time and knowing that those two had a real connection and they were working really well together.
I love seeing this little bit of backstory, just because, especially for groups that I don't know that much about. I know a little bit about McFly after watching some of their stuff, but I don't know anything about Busted. So to be able to get a little bit of this background commentary is actually really nice, kind of to go into this. Plus, it feeds a lot of the spaces that were missing when I saw McFly the musical.
And slowly but surely, just I met these new band members, and suddenly they were McFly.
Yeah, I remember that they came on the road, and it was obvious, they were going to break really big, and it was amazing, to have both bands on the road together. That was a really good time.
McFly had something immediately, as soon as you saw them play live, they just had something that Busted didn't have, actually, which was genuine between all four of them. Like, they were just like brothers, and they kind of had this bond, which we never really had, kind of like
They all have such a pop punk look to them, especially, I don't really know when they were big. I don't know if that was, 2015, so 2005. So they're right around, I always talk about on this channel that 2000 to like 2004 pop punk era, like whenever Good Charlotte was really big and things like that. They had that complete look right here. Finn McKenty would say the Dickies look.
We were really close friends, we got on pretty well at times, but and then there was just these four guys that got on stage and just acted like a band.
Every single member in the band complements each other kind of perfectly. You have Danny and Tom that sound really good together, and they're both the singers, and they have very distinctive voices, and I think they've not been scared to try new things. They just make whatever album they want to make at the time, and they're not afraid to make those drastic decisions, and that's why they're going to keep making music.
That's something you can always praise about a band too. I know we're not even in the music yet, but that's something you can always praise, because experimentation is sometimes breaking out of the shell. That's sometimes what like leads you to make like a record that no one is expecting, and that ends up being like a fan classic of yours or one of your biggest in the discography. And if you don't think that's true, look at someone like Miley Cyrus, who her albums, have always had like a lot of depth and a huge following to them, but then she puts out Plastic Hearts, and she has just like changed her entire thing now. It's kind of amazing how experimentation can lead to something so great. I actually love this song. Oh yeah.
Went out to the backyard to find out if it was one of those rainbow. Dad was my neighbor,
Okay, on the real, I like the Jonas Brothers covering this. Obviously, I heard it when I was a kid. The power and the pop punk influence I'm already feeling in the version from, I guess, the people that originally wrote it. I definitely love this version already.
He told me he built a time machine like one in the film I've seen. Yeah, he said that. He said I've been to the year 3000. Not much has changed, but they lived underwater. And your great, great, great granddaughter is pretty fine. She's pretty fine.
Pretty fine instead of doing fine. Look, I'm already noticing the differences here.
Took me to the future in a flux thing, and I saw everything. Boy bands and another one and another one. Red Bull with some women, some around town, totally naked. We drove around in a time machine like one in the film I've seen. Yeah, we said I've been to the year 3000. Not much has changed, but they lived underwater. And your great, great, great granddaughter is pretty fine.
I love the pop punk feel of this.
I took a trip to the year 3000. This song had gone multi-platinum. Everybody bought out 7,000. It had out some Michael Jackson. I took a trip to the year 3000. This song had gone multi-platinum. Everybody bought out 7,000, 7,000. We drove around in a time machine like one in the film I see. Sing it. Let me see your hands. To the year 3000. What? And your great grand.
Even this dude, like, literally has a pop punk look. Look at this guy. Like, that's the fucking move right there. Like, hell yeah. Pulling off the tie on the short sleeve shirt with a denim vest, a denim battle vest over the top, playing bass. It's, you know what? It's like a mix between Anti-Flag and Anthrax.
And your great granddaughter is pretty fine. Here we go, here we go. Oh, he said I've been to the year 3000. Not much has changed, but they lived underwater. And your great, great, great granddaughter is pretty fine. She's pretty fine. He said I've been to
Hey, hey, hey!
Not much has changed, but they lived underwater. And your great, great, great granddaughter is pretty fine. Your great, great, great granddaughter is pretty fine.
There's strong vocals. Okay, it's honestly pretty tight to see like the original people that wrote that song perform this song. I'm very aware of this song, but only through the Jonas Brothers, and only because like I grew up my entire life, or at least from the time I heard that, thinking that it was an original. I like to see this live version. I do feel like the Jonas Brothers one, because it was marketed so much on Disney, definitely had like a Disney radio kind of feel to it. I do love the fact that this has much more of a silly like pop punk kind of vibe to it. It makes it feel like definitely different. It's almost like those two songs exist in separate worlds. bass.
Let's go! Yeah! All right! Woo! Walking through the terminal, I saw something beautiful. You left for your duty call.
Also, can I just point out that the drummer's New Order shirt is so fucking sick. Like, I'm so stoked to see that.
Next time getting on the plane, that's when I see you again. I can't get you off my brain. Let's go! That uniform you're wearing, so hot I can't stop staring. You're putting on an awesome show.
Fuck yeah.
The cabin pressure's rising. My coke has got no icing now. Air hostess, I like the way you dress. You know I hate to fly, but I feel much better. Occupy my mind, writing you a love letter.
I have a feeling that there's a lot that I need to check out from both Busted and McFly because I'm hearing these, you know, very nostalgic pop punk sounds. Almost again like a mix between maybe like a later Blink, but like an early Yellow Card kind of thing. And I think they existed right around that right time for that. So there's obviously going to be more music I need to check out from them because I actually am a huge fan of this genre.
That's my past, and we threw all the friends.
Bah, bah.
See you soon in my hotel room for a holiday romance. Air hostess.
Woo!
Throwing a butt penis down the aisle, stupid, but it made you smile. You came over for a while. Then you whispered in my ear the words that I long to hear. I want you to thrill me here. You can't because you're working. The paparazzi's looking. You didn't know I'm in a band.
I fucking love those harmonies like that, and that kind of stuff is reminiscent to me of like Newfound Glory. And the reason I'm naming these bands is because these are bands that I was interested in anyways, that I'm still interested in. And so when I hear bands that were existing around the same time doing that similar sound, it's like, how the fuck did I miss out on this?
You can't because you're working. The paparazzi's looking. You didn't know I'm in a band. In England, people know me. One photo's worth 100 grand. Sugar! Hostess.
Woo!
I like the way you dress. You know I hate to fly, but I feel much better. Occupy my mind, writing you a love letter. I miss my past when we were all the friends. But I'll see you soon in my hotel room for a holiday romance. Air hostess. Na 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 na.
Fuck yes! Woo!
That uniform you're wearing,
Woohoo!
so hot I can't stop staring. You're putting on an awesome show. The plane is almost landing, so tell me where I'm standing now. Air hostess,
Fuck yeah!
the way you dress. You know I hate to fly, but I feel much better. Occupy my mind, writing you a love letter. I miss my plan, through all the friends. I'll see you soon in my hotel room. Holiday romance, air hostess. 'Cause you're my air hostess.
Woo! Those fucking harmonies! I had literally no idea that I was going to hear this today. Like, no idea when I clicked on this video that this was going to be the sound that they were going to be playing, especially when I think of Year 3000. Obviously, familiar with the track. I kind of knew what to expect, although I do love their twist on it, especially being the originals. Obviously, it's going to have its own vibe to it. Air Hostess is fucking sick. Woo! Damn, they fucking killed that.
Hello, Matt. Hello, James. Hello, McFly. Hello, Busted. Hello, Royal Albert Hall.
I fucking love that venue. It's so sick. Oh, again with the bass.
Strong enough to love someone and make it through the hardest storm and bad weather. Rain pull me from the flames until I feel no pain. Oh, and
God, Tom's vocals are so good. So what I love about this song now, and I think these three songs are a good mix for someone like me to kind of get an idea of kind of everything going on. This song has a little bit more of a mature sound, almost kind of like a ballad style in a sense, still with those unique characteristics that this band has, but it just shows the not only the talent level, but the maturity of the band as they can go through their discography and go through their songs. They can switch it up on a dime, just like going from Air Hostess to Shine a Light. God damn. I like that guy's vocals a lot. Yeah, hell yeah.
If anybody sees her, she took the light and left me in the dark. She left me with a broken heart.
Tom's vocals are so good.
I'm on my own. If anybody sees her.
Okay, wait a minute. I keep complimenting the bass. I feel like it's so prominent, so loud. I just realized, because they're not giving camera time to this dude that looks like the guy from Never Shout Never all the way to the right. There are two bass players on stage. That's why the bass is so fucking heavy right now. Woo! Damn. He's got some vocals on him. He's beautiful. Fuck. Okay, there is a lot to really love about this performance. So first and foremost, like I said, a little bit of McFly, a little bit of Busted. That is my understanding of these two bands. As these worlds collide right now, though, I just gotta say that it is so cool to hear the crowd losing their mind. This is one of those things where it's like so amazing to get to see this live. My personal favorite things about this, one, getting a little bit of that background info through the commentary at the beginning. I've become a huge fan of that shit. I find myself watching documentaries and stuff so often now, not only for like Patreon and stuff, but also on my personal time. Having two bands on stage, I think same drummer. I don't see two drummers, obviously, but having like two bass players and this many guitar players and singers on stage, it can make every song that they play sound even more powerful. I cannot comment enough on how much I loved hearing so much bass prominent in these live performances. Hearing Year 3000 kind of the way it was meant to be heard, I am so excited to hear it with that amount of energy and that amount of like just like fucking power coming from that bass. Air Hostess is definitely my favorite track on this. It gave me so many early 2000s nostalgic pop punk vibes. It made me really excited to see that because it means that that is sitting in their discography somewhere, and it's something I definitely want to discover. What I love about Shine a Light was not only their crowd interaction, I feel like they really brought a lot together in that moment, but I love to see the musical styles differ as songs went on. It was amazing to see that kind of fun, posy jump, upbeat moment of Air Hostess go to a more ballad love song in Shine a Light. And again, just hearing so many instruments at once makes songs that are even slow like that have so much power. So I want to give a huge shout out to Ellie on Patreon for actually requesting this. Thank you so much. I know you guys love when I check out McFly. I know people ask me to check out the Busted all the time. So I'm really excited that we got McBusted. We're getting kind of the best of both worlds here. And obviously this is going to turn into me diving into the rabbit holes of these bands, because after watching Air Hostess live, I can't not do that. So I really hope you guys liked today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.